confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Then he hauls it in and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. The Gators will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. On his way from around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the air, it's Avant. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for. You're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice big...
Turning it on! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Montgomery. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after his solid return on the pick.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They punt it away on fourth down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Working the big fella downfield and outside. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
They'll run play action. It's complete. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pushes toward the goal line. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is they didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. The intoxicating aroma of the end zone is so close, right on the edge. The Snake scores it. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. So many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Fires to the tight end. At the 45, on its way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Gators look to do some damage in the red zone. To the air on first down. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Gators have it with a first and goal. He'll take it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. A quick pass to the left. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. And the Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Avant. Finds his tight end. He's out past the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Open space at the 25. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Offense changing the play. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Avant. He's got him. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. That's good for fighting Texas A&M. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab, it's Smith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Under fire, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Good right down the boulevard. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you?
The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do.
Gets away from one, finds room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Williams. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They believe they can run right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going right to work up top. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. All out of space. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Dunlap. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. Touchdown Gators! Fitted in the window for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Avant. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go back to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. First down here for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Trying to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to do it on the ground. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion. Time
winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Bringing it out. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. To the air, it's Avant. Finds the tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the single back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll throw on third down. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
To the ground with the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Scanning the field, it's Avant. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Texas A&M going up tempo.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly to the tight end. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a hit. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Gets the back moving. They want that clock to run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On fourth down, going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No,
There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Avant. Pocket breaking down. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Illegal forward pass.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little...